So for my final game module for the online class, what I have here is I created a little game, and I did upload it to the Sierra website, and the game is called The Adventures of Hydro. The purpose of the game is to teach my students about the water cycle, to teach them a little bit about some of the places water can travel to, but more or less to teach them a little bit more about the statistical information about water here in Las Vegas and why it's such a valuable resource. So the goal of the game and what we're trying to get out of this is a little bit of facts, a little bit of information about water in Las Vegas. And you can see here, this is my introduction screen, The Adventures of Hydro. Here's a little character. And it says that Hydro and his friends got sucked out of Lake Mead and they're stuck in Las Vegas. We need to help Hydro get the water droplets and his buddies back to the Colorado River. So when I click play here, you can see our little character. Our very first level starts off, and you can see our background. Our background is looks like a house, looks like a residence. Pretty nice place, actually. Just collected my first water droplet. And I got some moving platforms. I got some other things kind of set up. And every single time you collect the 3 water droplets that are necessary for the level, you're now allowed to exit the level. And I got a door set up over here, and when you touch the door, it moves on. This is where we start to get our educational benefit from the game, is every single time we pass level 1, it takes you to a screen that's going to give you, like I said, that statistical information, some of the facts, some of the information that's going to be necessary for my students to actually participate and complete some of the other activities that I have throughout the course. The goal of the game is not necessarily a constructivist goal or brain-based. It's more of a behaviorist. And again, I think that's a lot of video games. You learn by trial and error. You learn by doing things. So on this screen here, the average house in Las Vegas uses 3,500 gallons a year. If I run over here to the flag and nothing happens, that must not be the right answer. So I got to go find the right answer. And um, it gives me a chance to sit there and not be punished for wrong answers and be sent back to the beginning of the game. And so 23,500 gallons a year, average person. I touched the flag. Oh, it turns out I was right. I'm going here now to level number 2. And level 2, again, I need to collect my water droplets, but this time we're going to make it a little bit tougher. The background being the city, we can see some of the things that might hurt us. And we have cars coming towards us, and just to show you, if I touch a car, again, I don't have to restart the game. I just have to restart the level. Make it a little bit more challenging, a little bit tougher for the students. Again, these are 7th graders. Oh no, I didn't make it. That's okay. Get my water drop, avoid the car. And like I said, the whole behaviors thing, we want to reward correct behaviors, and I'm not going to sit there and punish a student for not being able to pass a level. And you can see down below our door opened up again, avoid the car. And every single time that we finish a level, we can sit here and get to these little screens that are going to test our knowledge. Which city sector consumes the most? 41,179 gallons of water per year. And your typical city sectors, industrial, commercial, um, a variety of different ones that we could pick from. Even schools out here, Clark County School District is the 5th largest school district, but for us it's hotels. And every environment that we're going to is some sort of environment that we've talked about in class about water. So being in the homes, being in the city. Here we have water in the atmosphere, and this is where we start to get into some of that water cycle material. Try to avoid the little flying birds that I created. And again, your door opens up. And your information, if you add up all the water in the atmosphere, what would be the equivalent to the amount of water that's actually in? And the kids could sit there and test and find out. And it's not the oceans. Is it every lake and river? Nope, it's not every lake and river, so it must be all life on Earth. And playing the game it's not too bad. I actually gave it to some kids. This level's tough. I've got stuff running all over the place. I gave it to a kid in my second period class, and I let him play around with it for a bit. And he was struggling on some of the levels, so it was pretty funny to watch a kid struggle a little bit. But again, as a rewards and punishment system, there really isn't a punishment. If you don't get it, it's just you get to retry. Try again. I'm going to try to... Oh, see, I just died right there. Try to get past this level real quick. Just so that way we can see what the end screen might look like. See what the conclusion of the game is. And of course, I can adapt this game. I can build this game. I can add new levels as we add more and learn more information. Dang it. It's even tough for me. Of course, I don't like having dead time, so. Oh, yeah, yeah, you gotta be kidding me. This is fun. It's not a bad little game. Like I said, our students will probably get a kick out of this. I will say that using Construct 2 was a bit of a challenge, especially for a novice as far as gaming is concerned. It's not necessarily the easiest thing in the world trying to figure out a program in a matter of a couple of days and get it to fully function. I had a lot of glitches and a lot of moments where I wanted to absolutely just destroy my computer. But finally made it through. What percent of all fresh water is trapped as ice and glaciers? It's going to be 68.7. Again, some of these numbers are going to be surprising to kids because they've never actually, realized some of this information. And finally, we get to the end. We get our victory. We get our little final screen. Yay! We won. Not only did you find the water droplets and avoid water consumers and polluters, but you also learned, and that's one of the big things about this is the fact that we learned. You learn about how valuable water is in Las Vegas, how much we actually use in Las Vegas, and then of course a couple fun facts about water distribution that'll be able to help them out. You win the game. There's not really anything else after this except for a chance to go back and replay it again from the beginning if you'd like. Um, but the educational benefits are definitely there based on that behaviorist model of a reward system and getting them to want to finish the game. Um, let's see, I think I've covered pretty much everything, and I hope you enjoyed it. And again, I did publish this on Sierra. I'm going to put a link to it on my site, and thank you so much for your time.